Hello, everybody, and welcome back to A Plague Tale: Innocence. We are now going into chapter 15.
Amicia!
She's awake!
Stay calm, Amicia.
Hugo. Arthur and I tracked you down, but...
You disappeared for 3 days, Amicia. You almost died. We were so worried.
Hugo... Leave me alone.
I wonder if she was unconscious for 3 days, or maybe a mixture of being in and out of consciousness, but either way, very dangerous for her, and I'm sure she feels incredibly guilty.
Stop dreaming. The others must be up. The rats will be coming. We need to light the fires.
Not knowing what's happened to Hugo, not being able to find him, and I mean, her whole life has really become all about her brother, so I wonder what she's up to now. Probably just surviving, helping out at the chateau, and taking care of everybody here. We'll talk to Lucas first.
Is the lock still frozen?
Yes. It's a tough winter this year. Anyway, how was your nap? Feeling better?
A little.
Did you dream of him again?
Yes.
I'm going to prepare a special brew of St. John's wort for you.
That's all right, Lucas. I don't need it. I miss him, that's all. I have to accept that he won't be coming back.
Amicia, you're going to be alright?
I'm going to go see the others.
Oh, can you tell Melly about...
The chest, of course.
Melly's going to say something like, you should just piss on it. But it's way too cold for that.
Melly 100% would say that. She is without a doubt the funniest of all the companions. Once you've looted the courtyard and you're ready to leave Lucas, just go out the door that's directly beside him. And if you turn to your right,
What are you
we'll
doing
find a
here?
flower.
It's the middle of winter. Hugo should have found you.
It's our only collectible for this chapter. And before we go and move on, go find Melly, we're going to go ahead and take another look in the chateau and do some looting. There is quite a bit of cord and leather and cloth in this chapter, so don't pass up on any of this stuff lying around because it's basically free. We don't have to really do too much to get to it if you still need some upgrades.
You'll only 2, won't you? Come on, cheer up. One more day.
Of course, he took his necklace with him when he ran away, so that's also probably a symbol. Like she said, the necklace is lonely. She's just probably feeling very heartbroken, very empty, and probably thinking about her mother as well. This is our full gift collection on display. It's nice to see that this is all filled out. This door here you can open and it will go towards Lucas's laboratory. And there's some flavor text in here if you want to examine some of the stuff.
Oh, Lucas spent the night here again. It must remind him of when he lived with Laurentius. Lucas's face when he thought he created the great work. And Hugo. Well done, Lucas. You're a sorcerer.
But she's trying to stay positive and take it one day at a time, it sounds like, and just sort of cherish those positive memories that she had with her brother. And I guess that's really all she can do. So as you can see, I've picked up lots and lots of fabric, lots of leather, lots of cord. Up here is where we spoke to Melly before we ended up going to the city all that time ago. It's all blocked off now. So there's been some changes to the chateau. It's obviously more difficult for these guys to operate in the wintertime, but even with the weather against them, it all still seems pretty well like they're getting the hang of living here.
And I want to stay here.
Oh, really? And what if...
What if you stopped living like an animal?
Oh, hello, Amicia.
Hey, sorry, am I interrupting?
No. Arthur was just saying he wants to leave. Again.
Come on! I want us to stay alive, that's all. Like we've always done.
Listen, it'll be dark soon and we have to light the fires. Can you help me, Arthur?
Go on. Try not to annoy the hell out of her.
Why would I do that?
Because you're a pain in the ass, that's why.
Oh, Lucas needs help with his chest.
Yeah, right. He just wants to see me, that's all.
Oh. All right. Ready when you are, Amicia.
Despite the fact that we have been moving stuff all on our own for quite a while, we can't move on without actually talking to Arthur. But it's more or less just an excuse to chat with him. We haven't really had much one-on-one time with Arthur at all. He was at the Bastion for such a long period of time. The only bit of dialogue we really received with him was him letting us know that our mother was still alive. Before I talk to him, I'm just actually gonna run down the side and I'm gonna look for anything that might be hiding about in these little nooks and crannies. We can also hear Roderick in the background. He's over on the ramparts and he's having a hard time trying to get these things to move. I'm assuming that they're frozen with the weather. But if anybody can do it, it's Roderick. He's definitely the strongest of us. So let's go ahead and speak to Arthur here, and we'll get a little bit of dialogue about how he's feeling, because he actually wants to get up and leave.
Come on, let's get the braziers in place, starting with...
That one. Yes, I know. We've been doing the same routine for weeks, Amicia.
I'm sorry, it just helps me sleep better knowing the pit is secure at night.
That's quite a lot of work for them to do every single night, but I don't blame them at all.
So, what's up?
I feel old.
You look pretty good for an old person.
Thank you.
Listen, I don't know your brother that well, but...
He would like you.
Really?
You saved us. You were captured, you managed to escape. You're like a hero from a book or something.
A hero?
But he would have been sad to see you leave.
Ah.
Arthur seems like a really nice guy.
There you go. You really like your Ignifer, don't you?
I have a thing for fire.
All right, if you say so.
I sort of understand him wanting to leave, because that's just what him and Melly have been doing forever.
Everything's fine. This damn thing is going to work.
Hey, calm down. If you break everything...
And there you go. Now the braziers will stay put.
The Roderick method. Random, but effective.
Try it.
I intend
It's not
to.
a bad method if it works. That sounds definitely like something Roderick would do, is just punch things or kick things until they work. But I am actually surprised that it's Arthur that wants to leave, because when we met Melly, she kind of teased Amicia a little bit about her privilege and the family that she came from. And she really made it a point to emphasize that her and Arthur were always on the move, and that's just the lifestyle that they had. And they just don't really have a lot of trust in people, so it does actually surprise me that she is now changing her mind and she's the one that wants to stay.
Right. You take that one? I'll look after the other brazier. Whenever you're ready.
So if you want some optional dialogue here, you can talk to Roderick. If you don't talk to him and you instead interact with the mechanism, he'll disappear.
Hey, are you alright?
Yes. Why?
That was pretty intense.
Oh, the kicking, you mean? My father was like that. I'm just carrying on the tradition now. He's,
No longer kicking.
Anyway, how about you?
Oh, I'm alright.
I miss the kid too. Hey, you know what? We could always extend the search area.
Roderick, there's no point. It's been a month already. Let's just get the pit ready for the night.
All right. Arthur wants you all to himself, is that it?
Just shut it, will you?
Dearest Amicia, allow this forlorn brigand to steal thy heart.
Go take a bath. You stink.
How sweet a minstrel thou makest!
So we get a little bit of insight to the fact that they actually have been going out to search for Hugo. She hasn't just been sitting around and moping. Not that I would expect her to, but he also kind of teases Arthur on the fact that he seems to have a bit of a crush on Amicia.
Yes, I haven't forgotten. Let's go.
It's just
Make
a little
sure
bit of
Grace is right up to
interesting
the edge.
extra dialogue.
The system is here for a reason.
The system won't stop trained soldiers.
Arthur, Melly is tired of running.
Melly and I are not people like you.
But perhaps Melly isn't like you either.
All right, I get it. You handle the brazier on the ramparts. I'll handle these ones.
Alright, so Arthur's gonna stay up here, and we're gonna have to go and deal with the other braziers. And it's obviously a tough spot to be in because I really don't think Melly would ever leave her brother, despite the fact that they fight. She is all that he has, and vice versa. And they're twins. They're very, very closely connected. That must be really difficult when one of you wants to go and one of you wants to stay. If you don't see eye to eye, it must just be very, very difficult.
Stop laughing. It's not fun. I'm just imagining you pushing a cow. Honest, it was epic. The rats were everywhere. Ask Amicia.
You see? Tell yourself that we have something here, and we need people like you to keep it safe.
Let me think about it.
You could also hear a bit of dialogue in the background there between Melly and Lucas, and it sort of sounds like Lucas might have a bit of a thing for Melly as well. I really like all the dialogue that you get between your group. I think despite the fact that everybody comes from very, very different backgrounds, we all seem to get along, we all work together, and it must be nice to not feel so alone. But Arthur does make a point that the chateau is great against rats, but what happens when the Inquisition shows up? He's not wrong, but we've been here for months, and they haven't found us yet, so...
Right, I finished.
Something wrong?
Wow. Yeah, something's wrong. That's a lot of rats.
There are way too many.
Arthur! Amicia!
Run! Get inside! How can the pit have overflowed? That's never happened before.
Shit! Shit, I've never seen so many!
The ladder in the red area. If we can reach it, we'll be able to get to the tower.
Use your brazier. I'll open a way for you on my side.
So we have to go all the way over to the other side of this area where the ladder is highlighted, which basically just means backtracking through this entire area.
The brazier's in place. Get over here. What are they doing?
They're regrouping. They're going to put the fires out.
Shit! Amicia, I don't have any ignifer left. There's nothing I can do.
I'll manage. I've done it before.
Yeah, don't worry, Arthur. It's all good. I have 20 ignifer. I think we'll be okay. Make sure you've looted this area like I did before you climb down. If there's anything that you want to pick up, definitely go ahead and make yourself some Ignifer because we're going to need it. Not only for the braziers, but we're also going to see the return of the rat nados, and that's something you have to be prepared for.
No, quick!
So Arthur is going to help us, and we're just going to take this slowly, looking out for the rats.
Hey, it used to be. Not good. This is not good. I have to get to the ladder in the red area, or I'll die here.
Amicia, I'll get a brazier your way. Try to reach it.
All right, I'm counting on you.
So we have nothing to do except to sit here and wait to be sort of rescued by Arthur. You can see him bringing the brazier over towards us. So just gonna defend yourself here. Now this chapter actually isn't very long, but it feels really tedious because all of this is very, very slow.
Come on, you've faced worse before.
And it doesn't really feel like anything new, you know, we've seen all of this before. But it definitely is very scary
Please hurry.
to think that they've been doing this routine for months of lighting the braziers, and they take their security pretty seriously. They're not lax or anything like that, and it's been working up to this point, and then all of a sudden now the rats are totally out of control. And because Amicia's been at the chateau and doesn't have any idea what's going on with Hugo, how is she to know that, you know, the macula has progressed? She has no way of knowing that.
Yes, you're there.
So I kind of stood there for an extra minute and blew through some of my ammunition as I was talking, but even if I had
Good Lord, I thought
moved
we'd never
along
make
fairly quickly,
it. Yes, thanks. It's
you
up to
will
you
go
now.
through a lot of Ignifer.
I'll get you there.
How are you doing?
All right. I prefer being here than down there.
What the hell is going on, Amicia? We've tried to get in before, but never like that. How come?
How do I know? But it was almost like they were attacking.
Oh, come on. They're rats, not the English army.
But
That's
they
it.
know what they're doing. I've only seen this once before. At
Alicia,
home.
I think I
At
need
the
your help.
domain. Leave it
Shit.
to me.
I'm a bit worried about this.
I can't go any faster.
Alright, I actually need to turn and move the other direction to get Arthur to the ladder. And luckily we only have to guide him straight to the ladder. He doesn't have to go as far as we did. It sounds like Amicia sort of has a bit of an inkling that something is obviously not quite right with these rats. But it doesn't change the fact that we still are at the chateau, which is made to defend against the rats.
Really want a piece of me.
So at least we have that. At least we're probably in the best defensible position that we can be in, and so far we haven't had the Inquisition know where we are and give our position away, which keeps us safe from them.
I'm here. We're nearly there. Come on.
Thanks. You deserve a medal.
I do deserve a medal.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
Let's go join the others inside. I hope they're all right. If the rats have got in,
Amicia, they're not kids anymore. They're used to it.
I don't want to take any more risks. I'm not going to lose anyone else. What I'd really like is to be as far away from here as possible.
Well, I'm not a magician, huh?
It's great that we made it, but we definitely do have to go in and check on everybody just to make sure there's no rats on the inside.
Are you all right? No. What the hell is going on? Arthur, did you get bitten?
No. We have to get out of here.
The castle was made to resist.
Lucas, there were never so many before. This is not a simple infestation.
What the hell is it then?
This way! Quickly!
Just kidding. The Inquisition knows where we are now. That's not good. Hugo, you sold us out, you little traitor.
Go and do what has to be done.
Led them right to our doorstep.
Hugo.
Come on.
He definitely looks possessed, though. I will give him that. I do wonder how much of this is actually Hugo.
Hugo. It was
Ellie, what are you doing
It
with the
was
door?
Hugo. Amicia. What have
Get
they
out
done
of
to
the
him?
way.
The rats. He was.
He can control them. Yes,
There you
with the
go.
macula.
Where does that go?
Don't.
I love
panic.
how Lucas is so nonchalant about it. He's like, oh yeah, no, Hugo can control the rats. It's fine. But the fact that Hugo is angry with
Listen, I
us
have
and
to talk to
being
Hugo. I can-
brainwashed by the Inquisition
Amicia,
obviously works to our disadvantage.
Go through.
Maybe if he was on our side, it would be different.
No, no.
But Lord Nicholas is not taking any survivors.
Hugo.
Kill her, or I will kill your mother in front of you.
Hugo. It's me. Amicia. Your sister.
Kill her, child. And maybe Vitalis will keep you by his side.
So the only choice we have here is just to slowly back up and hope that we can
Hugo, no.
reach
Go
Hugo.
on, child. She means nothing to you now.
I've been looking for you everywhere.
What are you waiting for? Cross the damn threshold, carrier.
Don't listen to him, Hugo.
He still hasn't crossed the threshold, and it looks like they're getting impatient with him now.
Don't touch him, you bastard.
Bastard! He gave himself up because you betrayed him. Thanks to him, Vitalis will soon be the sole carrier of the macula.
What? No! Hugo is the only carrier.
Was. Blood now flows through the veins of the Grand Inquisitor!
Arthur, no!
Die!
Thank you, Arthur. You're a real pal, saving my life twice.
We got that bastard!
That might be so, but we still have a very angry Hugo to deal with.
Arthur, go make sure he's dead. I have to speak to Hugo.
Go ahead. I'll take care of him.
Hugo? Hugo! I just want to talk to you. He can't hurt you anymore, Hugo. Look! All right. I won't move. You come here. Come on.
You lied to me!
No! Hugo, I was trying to protect you. Please!
You lied to me!
But it was sort of a good lie, Hugo. Amicia had the best intentions, and if she hadn't lied to you, you wouldn't have found your mother. And thank God he was able to forgive us just in time.
You did it.
Amicia.
You passed.
Good job, Hugo.
Oh.
Poor Arthur.
You are no longer any use to me.
So he got distracted and it cost him his life, which is really too bad because he has saved Amicia's life on more than one occasion.
Hugo.
And we just really didn't get a lot of time with him, which is really too bad.
Out of here, Amicia.
My blade is still warm.
So for this fight, we get to control Hugo's rats. And what we need to do is extinguish the flames and call the rats out of the ground to hit Nicholas. The first time is pretty simple. The second time, Nicholas is going to have a flaming sword on his side.
To play. Let's play on equal terms.
And
The rats, Amicia.
we're not only going to have to extinguish the
I'm coming.
torches around us, but we also have to extinguish his sword as well. And when he sees you, he'll chase after you. If he hits you, it's a one-hit kill, obviously, so you want to be very, very careful. There are pots in this area
They have to be here
that you
somewhere.
can use to distract him. Every time that you turn off braziers and torches, that's also going to distract him. And you can see that he's seen me now, and if I try to throw an extinguish at him, he'll shake it off. So you do have to stay hidden. So there's quite a bit of multitasking in this fight. It's not really challenging, it's more annoying than anything else. I don't really enjoy this fight. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. I just don't really particularly enjoy it. And it can also get really, really confusing to find out where the rats are hidden underground, because Nicholas will go around and relight stuff with his flaming sword, as you can see.
Simply meats for my blade.
Now you can try and look at rat holes with Hugo's ability, but the problem with that is that you have to be standing up in order to do that. So I have rats over here that I can use,
Do not move.
but I have to wait for Nicholas to come over, and I have to wait for him also to not be looking at me. So I'm just gonna go for it. There we are. This is taking a little bit longer than I would like, but it's not really a difficult fight. The third and final time that we need to hit Nicholas is pretty much exactly the same as the second time. He'll still have the flaming sword. He's just going to be a little bit faster now.
Where are you, eh?
Now, you might also be able to throw an odorous at him if you have rats at a distance, but I've never tried to do that. So I'm actually just going to kind of look around and see. There's rats coming out of this hole, and I can tell by the fact that there's that red glow. So if I can lure Nicholas over here, this will be a great spot to take him out once and for all. But he is way over there. He is not even on my radar. Oh, here he comes. Never mind.
We will die together.
Perfect. There we go. Not the best fight in the world, but hopefully I explained that well enough. Good riddance, one less nuisance on our hands. Nicholas is gone for good.
Amicia!
And we have Hugo back.
No, no, no! Arthur! I'm going to kill him. I'll tear them apart.
Melly,
Just shut up, alright?
Stop it, please.
I'll kill them all. I'll burn their fucking
Nelly,
banner!
you'll never make it.
What about you? You're just gonna stand there? Just wake up! Look!
You don't know what you're saying.
I do know we're getting killed! One by one! They got my brother! Your father! Yours! There's nothing left! Nothing!
she's right.
Amicia, this is crazy.
5 of us against an arm.
I think there are a lot more of us now.
Has he passed the threshold?
Yes, I believe so. Hugo, what do you want to do?
I want to save Mommy.
That changes a lot of things.
Even if it kills us, what have we got to lose?
Us? Nothing. But Vitalis, now we can stop him. So let's go. To the death. To the death.
So the kids have all made a pact to single-handedly march up to Vitalis and essentially bring down the Inquisition with Hugo's new powers. So I'm very interested to see where that is going to go, and we will find that out in the next chapter. Thank you also very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.